Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Kim with the Craft Space. I wanted to say thank you for stopping by and helping me to hold myself accountable on my December daily. Only a few days left and we'll be into January and we'll be on to other things. Like my January journal that I just started working on, and when I get that all finished up I would love to show it to you because it's again completely different than anything I've made before. And I'm only making it for the 31 days of January, excuse me, but I will show you that. I just have a few more things to finish on it, but I didn't go over to the studio today because we are just getting hammered here in Northeast Ohio with snow, and so I didn't want to go out in it, and so I worked on a different project today. So one of the things I'm going to do this year is I'm going to try to do it's like called Bible 365 or Bible in a year or Bible a day for a year. There's all different programs you can do online, and I just thought it was something I wanted to try to do just to give myself a little bit of focus. And I found at the thrift store this version of it's the 1 Year Bible, 365 daily readings. They're only about 2 pages long. Quick little read, little contemplation, and I'm just gonna see how far I can make it. And the only thing is that I got it at the thrift store, and the book itself was really beat up. I think it's from probably the mid-90s. It was not very pretty, and it's not something that I would want to just have sitting out because it's not like a real pretty Bible that sits out. It was a little rough. Pages, or the cover was kind of curled up, and so when I thought, you know what, if you can make a journal and you can uncover a book and you can deconstruct a book, what if I just covered this, and then this would be something that would be enticing and something pretty to have sitting around, and would make you want to go and work in it every day. It's not exactly completely finished because I'm trying to teach myself that you don't have to completely finish something to start using it. And when I find the perfect piece that's going to go here, I'll know it and I'll put on it, just like the Santa Claus for my or my postcard for my December daily, which I probably should decide before the end of the year which I'm going to use. But anyway, I just thought I would show you real quickly. I will post a picture of what this looked like in the beginning, and then now you can see what it looks like. So what I did was I took some scrapbook paper out of the bin that I don't usually use in my journals. Not that I don't think this is absolutely beautiful, but to me it's I might use this for, you know, pockets and tucks and things like that, but I'm just not a big coordinated junk journal maker yet, and so I went through a thing of scrapbook paper and I thought, well, that is really pretty if you actually look at it. And so what I did was I took a piece and I covered the front and the back, and this is a soft cover book. Well, it was a soft cover book, and I added this and this to the back very simply, and then took a piece of coordinating paper, did the inside cover on both the front and the back, added a little pocket here just to give this front page a little bit of stability, and made it into a wraparound pocket so you can see how it went all the way around, so that I can just keep, like, in case I don't know if I'm gonna want to take notes or anything. I've never done anything like this before, but I thought I'm gonna try to plan ahead and put all the things in there, so I'll use this to put, you know, the little bits and pieces in there. I'm going to make a little dangle for it so I can have a bookmark, because these pages are really really thin. So I thought, and then I can add to it if I want to. I might do it by month, and I might put a tab in, so if I want to go back, or I might, if there's something else I want to go reread or go pull it out of my regular Bible, because I've never done anything with a living Bible before. It's just something new and different. and I thought I would do it. And then I found this card, and I think it's just it was a Hallmark card, and it said, "You listened to me, you let me speak my mind, you talked to me, you were interested in me, I owe you so much." And I don't know if this was like a little thank you card or what it was, but it just seemed to fit in the front of this. And I also, I made that in, did I make that? Nope, I just glued that right on. So that's glued right on. And then I thought if I want to put anything in here, if not, I'm not sure what I wanted to do with it, but I felt it needed to be in the cover. Added a piece of this jute trim to it, and I wrapped it completely continuously on the inside, so that where it met up right here is where I put this little doily piece. And I thought that would be pretty. I've got 2 more I'm going to put on there, but of course my brads are at the studio, and so I'm going to put a brad, a cute little button brad with a rose on it that I made up, and I'll show you that at another time. But yeah, I thought that was kind of pretty, and that's all I've done to embellish it. And then, well, I did this last piece, and then this little piece right here, just because the front and back pages always seem to really take a beating, and they were a little bit dog-eared and a little worse for wear, so I just reinforced it a little bit. If I need another pocket, I can always add another pocket here. And then I wasn't sure if I needed something to go with it, to write anything down. Who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna do with this? But I thought covering it would be the beginning of, you know, letting it sit out. It will look nice on my desk. And heck, we're into paper crafts, so it was a nice little easy project. It probably took me, I don't know, by the time I cut all the paper and I let the glue dry and stuff, it probably took me half hour. And so then I just took a composition notebook and found some of the paper that was similar. The color, this is more of a green, this is more of a light blue, but I thought, you know, maybe I'll use this together. I made this match, put a date in here, in case I wanted to do something else. This is a pocket that I can slide things into. Left all the pages completely whole. I did not glue any of them together. I didn't remove any. Left it just completely as is. And then if I don't use it, it just becomes, I can then change it from there. And then I put all the scrap pieces from this build into here. And so I covered the front and back cover. I've never done a composition notebook before. I've seen a lot of videos on them, but I've never seen one, so I thought I would try one. It was pretty simple. I didn't put any corners or anything on it because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this, but I thought while it was on a roll, and I found some matching paper, and these will look nice sitting together on my desk once I clear it all off from all of the Christmas stuff, and I won't be journaling, or I won't be doing my projecting from this desk. I'll go back over to the studio, and then this will just become my personal journaling desk. So, but here is today's December daily with my new little books on there, and I think the vote is in, and I think he is going to go on the front. So I'm going to bring my hot glue gun home, and I think he is going to live on there, because the more I look at other things, the more I think that's just where he needs to be. So he will, hopefully I'll get him on there tomorrow if I remember to get the hot glue gun. All right, let's see here. Let's get all the way back here to, that's the 26. And here is what I came up with for today, for the 27th. No rhyme or reason for it. It was just what's in my stash. I could have just stuck a bunch of things down, but again, I'm really trying to get past my always trying to have everything match and have a theme. But these all just kind of seem to be bits and pieces that were cut up, and to be honest with you, I'm really kind of done with doing Christmas stuff. I love Christmas, don't get me wrong, but I want to move on to other things, and now what's left in my box of things that I've kind of limited myself, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna make it into some sort of a theme. But I thought it turned out pretty cute, and I used This was a piece of a box that was my template when we made those music page Christmas trees. I thought, well, that was already in there, and so I used this as a journaling space, and then this was pretty cute. This was a bookmark I got at the library at the beginning of the season, and I added it into this little pocket, and I thought these little woodland creatures were pretty sweet. I did go out. I feed our deer, and I feed our squirrels, and I feed our birds, and any other creatures that want to eat out there. So I thought that would be just a cute little spread layout. And even though I was challenging myself to do something a little bit more eclectic or out of the box, I thought this one was pretty, and I had fun doing it, and that's all that really matters. So what do you think of this one? I really liked how the colors matched. So yeah, and I think I did one other one. Oh, I did. I was cleaning up some wrapping paper, and so I filled in some of the in-between pages, which, another note to self, I think next year I'm only going to put in the 30 days or the 25 days, depending on how many days I'm going to do my December daily for. Because now I have a bunch of extra pages and not enough stuff to fill it, so I don't know. I'll have to see how I feel about it next year, but I'm just going back and adding into some of these extra pages. But this was the wrapping paper that we used from my daughter's house, from our gifts here, from gifts from my parents' place and my sister's place. So I pulled some of the fun ones just so I could get that organized and put away. And these were all the bits and pieces and scraps I had left over. Oh, and I had a friend who had a birthday that I wrapped in that frog paper. So I thought I would just add a scrap of that. And let's see what I did with my snippet page, which I'm looking forward to making a snippet page in my new journal so that I can continue with this. I just thought this has just been like my favorite part of this. And today I made there's a little tiny bunny rabbit that was left over, and so there's this bunny, is a little woodland creature that got added for today's for today's snippet square or snippet grid. And grab my pencils, and we'll go ahead and mark off the calendar. And like I said, this is just going to be a quick little visit to my journal and visit with you guys, because I'm really trying to make sure I follow through and not just say, you know what, I got through the big part of it, I'm just going to give up. I'm really trying to make myself get all the way through up until the first of the year. So alrighty, and today's the 27th. I grabbed a brown pencil because it kind of is a woodlandy kind of thing. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more days. That's it. And then we will be done with our December daily, and then I will decide if I'm going to tuck it away or if I'll put it up on my shelf, because I really do like the dangle and how cute that turned out. And so let me know what you think. If you could just give me a comment below, that would help out a lot. Let me know if you like this, what you'd like to see, what you don't like that I've done so far. That all helps in creating content for this. Again, I'm still trying to pull stuff from my old YouTube page and get it over here, because there was some really fun stuff that I did on there. And I don't really want to redo it, but if I have to, I will. But otherwise, I want to say thank you for coming along on this little journey with me and helping me to stay accountable. And hopefully by tomorrow we'll have Santa on here, and I'm going to probably start my January journal for my birthday month next month, and get that started. And maybe I'll do a tutorial. I think I'm going to use part of a golden book and possibly another Raggedy Ann book, just because those are my favorite, and I've never done a golden book before. So again, working towards doing things I've never done before, because why do the same thing over and over and over? So anyway, thank you again for coming, and I will see you all tomorrow.